Congratulations. Today was a big day. March 5th, 2018. Saw a number of your initiatives pass, 7055, cleared first the Senate and then the House. So that had in it the Hope Scholarship, which also passed the House independently today. Congratulations, Rep. Donalds. But it also was a provision in 7055, along with a number of other things that you supported, including the union integrity piece of it and verification. So the collective bargaining piece is in there. Also, In God We Trust, which you supported, the state motto. And in other news, 1279, the fiscal district accountability passed. It was amended because of everything that's happening with the Safe Schools legislation to not take effect for another year. So it gives districts a year to basically hide the bodies. But anyway, to amend the way they do business so that the fiscal transparency piece and the operational transparency piece will actually go into effect. So 1279 passed. That was your initiative. 7055 passed. That was your initiative. And also, it seems that some of the activity over the weekend may have paid off because the free expression in colleges, which we talked about just most recently, being an issue that may not make it, was amended onto a Senate Bill 4, which is the higher education bill. And then and that was in the House, and then it was passed back to the Senate, where it passed 33 to 5. So President Negron's chief higher education bill and his legacy is firmly established, and that'll go off to the governor, and hopefully the governor will support it. So the tax credit scholarship accountability also passed in 7055, as did the third grade struggling reader parental empowerment. Basically, the educational spending or educational savings account for struggling readers in third grade also passed in 7055. So just a tremendous day. And the only other thing of note was the school safety bill passed just barely, 20-18 in the Senate. And that was after the Garcia amendment, which made it to where teachers or instructional staff, except perhaps ROTC or teachers, will not be able to be in the Marshall program. They'll be excluded from the Marshall program. So presumably that's already been accepted over by the House, or they wouldn't have permitted that amendment, or it's going to bounce. But that amendment is in there, and of course that aligns up with what the governor wishes to have happen, which kind of is really one of the most pragmatic ways of doing this, is having administrators, prior military or active, current active duty, or not active duty, but reservists or National Guard members or administrators who will have access to the firearms and the Marshall program. So the whole teachers with guns narrative really is sort of over. And with that, we'll see how it does over in the House. There's still a lot going on over there. It should be an exciting week. But for the most part, a great day for the Florida Coalition of School Board members. So many of your initiatives are now ready to go. They're in the governor's hands. So now it's time to switch and pivot and start getting the governor going. So with that, congratulations. And talk